Overall, was it what you expected it would be?
I really didn't have preconceived ideas. I had never been on a jury before, and so it was a learning experience all the way through.
And another thing that no one asked today was, did it raise or lower your estimation of the American system of justice generally?
Oh, I felt it raised, just in the sense of all the experience I had a lot of respect for all the things that went on, and I learned a lot about the system, and I felt good about it at the end.
And was it, I guess one thing you talked about earlier was you thought that for how long you had to sit on the jury, you weren't getting paid enough. And do you think that was a problem for the other jurors too?
Okay, I think it's not that we weren't getting paid enough, because we aren't getting paid to be on the jury, but it is that there can be a financial hardship to people.
Yeah.
And I think that financial hardship can make people not want to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's more what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
If you didn't have to worry about that, then then it's just primarily the responsibility of coming to a conclusion at the end.
Yeah, I mean, one thing people often talk about is on some juries there's always someone who wants to just get through everything as soon as possible. And I'm not sure if there's anyone like that on your jury. It seems like most of the jurors you were with were very deliberate and trying to come at the right answer. But I guess one reason is people want to return to their jobs.
That could be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But we all really felt that everything that had been presented was relevant, whether or not it actually was part of our jury instructions and what we needed to come to that conclusion. I don't think anyone felt it went on and on and on.
Yeah. And I guess finally, if there were any improvements that you as an American citizen who had this experience could suggest, what improvements would you suggest in terms of how we conduct jury trials in the United States?
It sounds like from the other jurors that presented today that they were involved a little bit more in asking questions contemporaneously with the trial, and not exactly, but somewhat. And I think knowing how to ask those questions and having kind of an expectation that questions will occur, I think that was really positive. I think that might have helped us a little bit.
Yeah.
And also having some idea what would define legal responsibility in the parties, because we had no idea.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, obviously, if someone immediately harmed someone else and it was observed, then okay, that's simple. But there were a lot of elements in our case that didn't seem like there was a standing legal principle for what's the level before you say someone is responsible for this issue or not. So.
Out of curiosity, actually, for you, did you think that maybe they had a moral responsibility that they didn't fulfill, but that there was no legal responsibility with regard to any of the claims?
That was the claim of the plaintiff's lawyer.
Okay.
In several cases, he wanted the jury to find legal responsibility for the defense based on what he perceived as a moral obligation.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the difficulties sorting through the information through the trial, was what really is the level of who's responsible here and for what.
Well, that's great. Thanks so much for your time.